Have you launched already? Are we?
Yeah, we're all launched and ready to go.
Oh yeah, so we are. I've just had a notification to say so.
Yeah.
So one thing I do know going into this qualifying is Kieran will be dropping out of Q2.
Yes.
Because he has a Q2 ban. I weren't sure. I figured you would be aware of it, but I thought I'd mention it. I had a quick look through the page earlier.
Yeah. And the one you've seen wasn't ours. It was Championship 1 with Tom Carnes.
Huh. Well, it was. You were right.
There we go.
Actually, it was the Championship 1. You're right.
There we go. Ours is up and going.
But yeah, I checked it anyway, and I double checked it with Dan to make sure there wasn't an appeal I wasn't aware of, and he says no, it's a Q2 ban. So if he gets out of Q1, which I fully expect he will, Kieran will be starting P15. Okay,
so let's have a look at the C2 incidents for a moment.
That's the only thing that makes a difference going into qualifying. I had a little look earlier. I couldn't find anything else in terms of anyone's quali bans, grid penalties or anything like that.
Okay, so between Schnitzy and Kieran of last week, Schnitzy has his 5-second penalty removed. Matthias GJ Botha, as Scotty didn't report the incident, they can only go. We've got a 5-second time penalty on GJ Botha. We've got...
It's alright, I couldn't find the string.
We've got...
Nope, I think I've just found C1 again.
Yeah, GJ Botha's 5-second time penalty. And Harrison.
Right, so we've already had a couple of messages. We had evening from Lurchy and
evening Adam.
What I would call a rockers sort of hand symbol thing from Teabag.
Hello, Teabag.
So you know, with the two middle fingers.
Yeah.
Down. Yeah, that like rockers do. Yeah, we've just had that from Teabag. Which is unusual, because he doesn't normally put things like that. He usually just puts completely random things.
Yes. Ooh, we've got a couple people coming in to reserved for tonight.
We do have 3 drivers here that I know also race in Championship 3, which is...
One of them, Hound.
And Teabag and Gainful are the 3 that I know race in Championship 3 as well.
Okay, so we're at our home turf for many of us here at CDR, but not everyone, because we are a diverse league spanning across many nations across the world.
Yes, we are.
As we just wait for the first people to come out. Good evening, everyone who is tuning in.
Oh, lovely.
And I just realised we are still 2 drivers short.
Yes, why are we 2 drivers short for that matter?
Said a look is coming out first.
I don't think anybody else has even made a move to come out yet.
2 cars have, an AlphaTauri and Aston. And that is the Highlander and Joseph. Clay's out already. Early for him for this evening.
And you were right, there was another one, it was Hound as well. And I know that because I've just overtaken him on points in Championship 3, so I know he sometimes races in Championship 3.
Now, on this outlap, we're going to have a look at the standings for Championship 2.
Right. Yep. Well, while you're just doing that, there's been a couple of more comments. Wonder if said he's running a default or if he actually made one this time. And then misspelt time, so we put time again. That was Teabag.
Right. So, there is Dan on the top spot with 156 points. Then we've got
Dan.
we've got the two Ferraris in second and third with 82 and 74, with Scotty 1597 being in second and GJ Bother on third. Clay is in fourth, Sedaluk fifth, Clay's with 72, Sedaluk 69. In sixth, we've got Matthias, or Matt DG, on 67. Schnitzy is in seventh with 62. Kieran, all the way back in eighth with 53.
He's been having a little bit of bad luck recently as well.
Yeah, as Sedaluk's already on his lap.
He is, yeah. I was going to say that as you were calling out the points, but I didn't want to overcross what you were saying. But yeah, he's
27
flat,
for
literally.
Yeah, I was going to say flat, but I thought, no, maybe. Someone's had a spin. The Highlander is out.
Highlander. He's another one who's been having a little bit of bad luck recently. That must have been a spin on his out lap as well.
No, that was on his fast lap.
Oh, he must have just started his fast lap.
As we go through
then.
Maggots and Beckett's with Sedaluk, that is a sight to see.
Yep.
I love Maggots and Beckett's, and for the first time, actually, I can now go through Maggots and Beckett's flat.
That is good. But you being able to do that doesn't affect today's racing.
No, no. Sedaluk just coming up to the last corner. As we got a comment coming in, ready for you, Colin.
And he sets a 128.5.
Not a bad lap from Sedaluk.
Highlander doing it for the Alpha Tauri. That was from Lurchy.
As we'll go on with Joseph, who is just coming around club.
Yeah,
29.5. And we'll go on with Harry. Now he's looked quite strong in practice sessions.
He's done a 27.8, which is just slightly slower than Sedaluk had done, and Clay's just set a 28.9. Almost a 129 flat, in fact. He's 7,000ths of a second off a 129.
Not too bad there from Clay as Harry just coming up to club corner.
He's not, he's going through the chicane first.
Well, alright.
Now he's coming around club.
And he sets a 28.8, 27.8.
And Teabag's just said nice and dry all the way through.
Thank you for that, Teabag. Scotty is... I don't know why, but we always seem to be following drivers through club.
But we didn't actually notice the time. Harry did set the fastest time of a 127.8 after a slow first sector.
I did say that. I did say.
Yeah, I missed that. And Scotty posted a 28.3.
Yeah, and I'm gonna...
Full half a second down on Harry. That's significant.
I'm on
and I know both
game
of these
for.
two were running a little bit of practice just before tonight's race.
Yeah.
Because they were
Looks as if
doing a little bit of practice.
Looks as if Bachman Du's going for another one. He's currently in 6th with a 29.1. Jack Slater in 4th with a 28.6 as well.
To be honest with you, looking at the time so far, the 27s, 28s, I would say the 29s are probably not safe.
No.
Personally, I would say those in the 29s. I mean, Clay's on the edge of 29, so he may need to set another lap, but I would say the 29s probably aren't safe. I think they need to improve.
Bark is just coming up.
I'll be proved wrong.
To the chicane.
Lurchy just said, if it's wrong, you can blame it on Weatherman Teabag.
And Bachman Du goes up with a 28.7. Jack Slater with a 28 flat, 2/10 behind Harry. I think that was thanks to the toe that he had off of Bachman Du. As Dan is just coming up to the Wellington Straight.
Well, Raphael is just coming around Chapel and down the Hanger Straight now.
Yeah. No, that's the Wellington Straight. The Hanger Straight is the next one.
No, because now he's coming around Stowe. and Vale.
I always get those two mixed up, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I know I've got it right because I couldn't remember which corner's in which place, so I've got it on the screen in front of me, just so I get it right.
Fair enough.
29.6, I don't think that will be safe. But
No,
Elite has set a 130.2 as he bins it out turn 1 as well, Raphael. And Gameful on a 209.3. Something must have gone terribly wrong on that lap.
Do you know what? I'm going to do the same thing as you just then. I don't get...
Yeah, I know all the corners around here.
Same, but I get them...
actually invalidated again as well. I just have a tendency to mix them up. That's my problem.
Yeah, same with me.
I struggle with most corners on a lot of tracks, but on this one I know them all. I just can't remember the exact order of them all. So I've got it on the screen in front of me. I can't get it wrong tonight.
As Dan sets 27.6. Let's have a look how Harry at 27.5. As Mace's just coming up to club and down the Hamilton straight and sets a 136.5. Let's go on board with Tunable. He's having an awful time as well. He's invalidated. And he's invalidated his next lap too.
That must have been a late invalidation to have accomplished.
Yeah, that was out of club.
Out of club, yeah. That's happened to me a few times on practice and in TT as well. Some quite slow times out there as well now.
There is.
As I said, Elite's on the 30.2 and the Mace spins on the 36.5 and Gameful's struggling because he keeps invalidating as well.
As Hound...
And Tunable on an out lap. I'm sure he was just on an invalidated lap. He was. Invalidated lap. He is. The game's just decided he's now on an out lap, so I don't know. This game does love to confuse people.
Hound just coming up to Cops. How will he do?
Oh, that was a big cut on turn 1 there from Bother, and he's invalidated as well.
Hound's invalidated as well. Let's have a look how Joseph is doing. Just coming up to Maggots and Beckett.
Yeah, turn 1 kept catching me out as well. Dan snuck in there, I don't know if you've noticed, at a 27.6 as well.
Yes, I did notice, and he did cut a bit of Cops.
Yeah, you have to be careful what you cut on this, because sometimes it will chew you. In fact, he's actually invalidated on the lap he's on now.
Joseph is invalidated as well.
Now.
Let's have a look how good old Teabag's doing. He is invalidated.
That's just not surprising the Teabag. He's a better weatherman than he is a driver some days.
Yeah. But he is going to go for another one, so we will have a look how he's...
Time in the world for that.
Let's have a look how he's doing as he goes through club and down the Hamilton straight. And very quick through club.
Like I say, as always, Kieran is still sitting in the pits and refusing to set a time.
Yeah.
He's always the one who jumps out with like 5 minutes or something to go and then decides to just go for one lap.
As Teabag coming through arena.
That's what that is.
How is he going to do him through Brooklands?
There's a few tenths down on that first sector as well, about 28 flat I think it was. It's a little slower than the other guys. That was Teabag I was on about. I just jumped on board with him and it told me a sector 1 time.
Yeah, I'm watching Teabag currently. He's just gone through Maggots and Beckett.
If you can avoid purple sector 2 there, but if you can avoid invalidating, I think he's on for a decent time though. I think he'll be. I think he'll be up in the Bartmandu sort of area.
I'd put him in between Macepin and Sedaluk actually.
Well, I was thinking sort of that ballpark, sort of 28.5, 28.7. It was just Bartmandu was the first one I looked at. So he's actually gone 9th to 29.4. I don't think that's going to be safe.
No, but he has got time for another lap.
But saying that, there is a lot of people who are struggling to actually even set laps without invalidation.
Yeah.
So even Gainful, who's 13th currently on a 209.3, if Kieran was to set his time, which we fully expect he will at some point, in fact, there you go, he's just leaving the pits now, he's going for his out lap.
Said a look, a 27.8, 8 tenths quicker.
Yeah, even if Kieran jumped ahead of him with Highlander out,
Bother's got...
Bother and Schnitzy all having not set laps at all.
And Bother's coming into the pits. Bother's got no front wing.
Well, that's not helpful.
Schnitzy just coming up to Cops.
Let's see who else. It says Tunable is on an out lap, but that's invalidated, and he's going very, very slow. In fact, he's reversing on track, getting out of the way of Kieran, I think it is.
Schnitzy, a purple sector 2.
What on earth is Tunable actually trying to do there?
I don't know, but there is
a
he's staying yellow.
Out of people's way, but he's more getting in the way than out the way. In fact,
yeah.
I think that's turn 1.
No.
I think.
No, that was just coming out of Cops.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah, because he's going through Maggots and Beckett's now.
Yeah,
Schnitzy puts in a 28.6.
It just looked like he was coming across the pit exit.
Yeah.
It may just have been a runoff, but it looked like the pit exit.
It's the runoff in sector 2.
It's really, really confusing sometimes.
Let's have a look how Teabag does. In the first sector, he sets a 27.8.
That is not going to be doing your tyres any health. Not in the slightest. Got to get the dirt off those tyres, or he is not going to set a lap at all.
Who's that, Tunable?
That's Tunable. I'm still on board with Tunable, and he was just driving across the grass.
Oh.
So...
Not going to be very nice for him.
And he's back on the grass again. This is not... That's coming round Stowe. And yeah, he's dived in the pits anyway.
Yeah.
So I've got a feeling, unless he can get in and out very, very quickly, that is Tunable.
We are losing Tunable. Yeah.
I think he's got time to get out and get another lap done.
Teabag coming through Stowe.
Bothers on an out lap. Oh, Matthias has joined us. We've now got a 19th driver.
Oh, Teabag's coming to the pits and very, very quickly.
Ooh, he's got to be careful there. You don't want to dive in too fast. You get a warning for that. I see what you mean, actually. I've just watched that. That almost has looked as though it was an automatic pit entrance because he came in so fast and stopped so quickly. That was a bit of good work on his part.
Gain 4. Fast, you know? Just coming through Cops.
Well, Matthias isn't doing very well because he's actually, as it stands, slower than Elite.
Oh.
Gainful has actually improved to a 29.2 as well.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Enough to get him through.
He is 4.5 tenths up, and he has purpled sector 2. I don't know whether that's overall.
28th lap.
Yeah.
So he's good enough for 4th there. Oh, Seda looks improved as well. He's done a 27.8.
I did notice. As Gainful just coming up to Club.
So as it stands, we're losing Elite downwards.
Yes. As Gainful improves to 7th. I'll just jump on board with Matthias, actually, see how he's doing.
That's what I'm on with now. He's just purpled sector 1, and he's just coming around Luffield and out onto the straight now. Ooh, that was almost on the rumble strip there.
Through Maggots and Beckett's with Tunable in the way again.
I'm going to say that was Tunable. He almost ended up in the back of them, which is actually his teammate for tonight. But I think he's still on for a good time here, if he can not invalidate.
Let's see. He has got the toe of Hound as
Hound
well.
In front of him, the McLaren, I was going to say the McLaren in front of him. As he comes following Hound around Club Corner. And he's done a 129.1, which is
13th. And he pushes Hound.
Pushes Hound out.
We'll watch Hound.
Raphael's gone Bothers just set a time of 1:29.1 as well.
I'll just jump on with Hound, see how he does.
Well, Joseph has come into the pits, so if anybody below him, which includes Raphael and Hound, who are both on a lap, improve, he could see himself pushed out in...
Is that tunable behind Hound? As Hound goes wide, we are going to be losing Hound, I believe.
No, it's not tunable. It must be...
it's Matthias.
It was, because he's now ahead of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tunable, still invalidation, and he has got to make it very, very quickly or he will not get to set time, and he will be starting at the back of the grid. Matthias had a very good toe off of Hound for a majority of that lap. For Highlander, actually, because it means he doesn't get to start at the back of the grid by crashing.
No.
Tunable will for not setting a time at all. Yeah, in fact, there you go. That is time now. So Tunable will not set a time. He will start P19 with Highlander P18. And we're just waiting on the others now. We've got Raphael and Elite both setting times. As
Matthias goes 4.5 tenths up.
Round club. Ooh, and he invalidates on the last corner.
But his time would have been slower anyway.
It was slower anyway, yeah, but he invalidated in the last corner. And Raphael doesn't improve. Well, he does, but by 7,000ths of a second, he doesn't improve position.
Let's have a look.
We're losing Raphael, Elite Hound, Highlander, and Tunable for this session.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at Clay, see how he's doing. As he's just about to come up to Stowe.
Well, if you heard that bang, that was me dropping the iPad. Congratulations to me.
Very nice. Well done there, Colin.
Yeah, I was reaching for my phone charger because my phone is where I've got the map for the circuit on, and I stupidly reached out too quick and knocked my iPad off instead.
And Clay goes 9th. And now we're just waiting on Gainful, who's just coming out to club and 2 tenths up. And he goes 7th. No, he goes up to 4th.
Not going to make much difference. So, whilst we were going through Q1 there, we did miss a couple of comments. We had Lurchy, he said, Hound setup looks like he's on ice, slidey to hell. So that explains why Hound's having a bad day. And he also said after that, not played this for a week, looks weird compared to ACC.
Yeah.
He does enjoy playing ACC.
He always has done.
Yes, he has. He talks about it a lot.
Oh, he does. Okay, now
Sometimes I wonder if it's not his love child.
I'll go back to the standings. And I believe I finished off with Kieran in 8th with 53.
Did, because we were talking about how Kieran was having a little bit of struggles lately.
Yeah. And in 9th, we've got his teammate, Raphael. 10th, we've got Lurchy. 11th is Jacket, or Jack Slater, with 43, and Lurchy on 45. Harrison in 12th on 39. Mayspin, yeah. Mayspin in 13th with 24. In 14th we got Joseph with 19. Tunable in 15th with 18. J-Doy in 16th with 15. And Midget Magic in 17th with 10.
I'm just watching the stream and by the looks of it, Gainful's been trying to use his ERS all the way around. He's actually ran out. That does look like one very, very dirty Red Bull, though. Oh,
we seem to have a very rogue Daniel Ricciardo joining us. If you
Daniel Ricciardo. He's in
the pits. Yeah. He's in the right car.
Right car? Not entirely sure if it's supposed to be with us, though. I'm slightly confused by that one. Unless it's a reserve driver I've not heard of before, or a name change that I didn't know had happened, or something like that.
I don't know.
I'm ultimately confused by that. But either way, he would still be out. Tunables left the session. He would still be out in Q1 anyway. And Tunables joined the session.
Right.
That happened very quickly.
Yes, it did.
So, as we already knew, we've lost Raphael 1, Elite Hound, who were a 29.6 and a 30.2. Highlander had set no time, and Tunable, who had not set a time either because she mostly invalidated.
Yeah.
So we've lost them, and the stray Daniel Ricciardo that we had seems to have disappeared.
Yeah.
That makes me wonder if it wasn't an AI glitch.
I think it was an AI glitch.
Because if Hound has picked Lando, it would make sense that Daniel Ricciardo would be the other one, which would be theoretically an AI. So I bet that was just an AI bug in the game, but that was really confusing. Like, what the hell happened there?
I'll just double check, see if anyone's...
Teabag says, I wonder if the lobby's glitched, which was almost what we were saying just a second ago. I think it was an AI glitch because the person never shown up on the end of Q1 and anything like that. So I think that was just an AI driver. There you go, Kieran has retired. As we knew, he had a Quali 2 ban. So he will be starting P15.
There
as
is
we said earlier in the stream.
Aston.
Yes, it is. So that has to be.
That is Joseph. He's taking the plunge for starters.
Sediluk has also dived out as well. So it is actually. Oh, and Teabag's now dived out as well. So we have Teabag, Joseph, Sediluk all out.
Talking of Sediluk,
right away.
He put a message in the Discord. If I have an incident with Danny Rick, mate, I will email McLaren directly.
To be fair to him, so would I. Oh. Right, while they're just quickly doing their outlaps, I'm actually riding on board with Teabag as well.
Yeah, I'm on board with Joseph.
Quickly have a drink as well. So
yeah,
now this is something that's going to play a part as well, because now we're in Quali 2. This is going to be what tyres people will be starting their race on.
Exactly.
So, the only people on mediums is Matthias, who is on his outlap. Gameful is on mediums, Scotty is on mediums, and Dan is on mediums, but they are all still currently in the pit, so they could change.
Yeah.
Everybody else is currently sitting on softs. So Teabag, Joseph, Sediluk, and Weatherman Harry, who are all out, are on soft. Oh, and Bartmandu, I miss Bartmandu, and Schnitzy as well. So they're all on outlaps and they're on soft tyres. So that'll be looking at softs for them. Gameful, Matthias, and Dan has all come out on mediums. So this could be a hint as to which way they're going to go with their pit strategies.
Yes, as Joseph is now on the Hamilton Straight.
As is Teabag, I was just going to say you just come through club, but I had a mouthful of drink at the time.
It's not one of Dan's special drinks, is it?
No, it's not.
As Josh put it, special water.
No. It was Pepsi that we ordered with dinner tonight.
As Joseph. Joseph sets a 28-1.
Because it is like a sauna today.
Oh.
Saying that, in terms of times we were just talking there, in Quali 1, Teabag's first sector was a 28-1 or 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
He was due for a 27-9, so he has improved through sector 1.
Not bad.
He runs very, very wide there. That was not good for him.
Has he invalidated?
No, he hasn't though. That was what confused me. He did not invalidate.
That's what Kieran was on about earlier.
Yeah, that will be where Kieran was saying you can get away with running very, very wide at that corner.
Joseph invalidates.
So he invalidates going around Stowe. he cut too much grass and he's dived back in the pits. Which is unfortunate because I think he was actually on for a pretty good time there.
Sedlock, a 27.4. Almost. Isn't that identical to his lap?
That is almost identical to his first one, yeah, because Weatherman Harry, I believe, was in the 26s.
No,
but he probably won't
no.
this time on mediums.
Sedlock did a 28.497.
You're right, and
he's
Harry
got a full second quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's improved massively there, yeah, my mistake.
I'm going to go on with Dan, who has just come through Maggots and Beckett.
So, let's see, Joseph is on a lap. He did a 28.1 for Sector 1, Joseph. In the Aston.
Dan's purpled Sector 2.
I was driving an Aston last night and they look very, very nice when you're behind the wheel of one of them. Not the best sounding ones, but still they look very nice. It's the, it's the British Racing Green.
Dan just come in through Club. He's gone very quick.
So,
a 27.9 on mediums.
That is very fast. So we also had a message from Teabag whilst we were talking there.
Yeah.
He says he backed out because he cut the corner on Cops. That was before his invalidation at Stowe, so it doesn't invalidate him for his corner cut at Cops, but he backed out because of the corner cut at Cops.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was a big corner cut there from Jack Slater I've just seen on your stream then. He invalidated on turn 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, I completely missed, but Joseph did do a 28.8 while we were talking Teabag's comments.
Macebin's invalidated. I'm just going to go through people who...
So Teabag's on an outlap, Harry's on an
Gainful's
outlap.
going for another fast lap by the look.
Macebin's invalidated as he goes round Luffield. He didn't invalidate at Luffield, I'm just saying he's got an invalidated lap and he's going around Luffield. That makes it sound like he actually invalidated there, he didn't.
Gainful's not going another fast lap.
No,
what about Matthias? Matthias, I believe, is...
I'm not sure, I didn't see his Sector 1 time, but he's finished Sector 1 and is into Sector 2 and he's just reached 40 seconds, so that does look
yeah, he is on a fast lap.
Yeah. I mean, 29.5 isn't bad for mediums. That was a big wide at Cops.
Yep, that's where people will be.
That should be a track invalidation running that wide because you can carry so much speed.
Yeah.
As you cut Cops like that.
And Matthias is 0.083 seconds off.
That may be something that needs looking at. A lot of people seem to be doing it, and I mean, in fairness to Teabag, he held his hands up and was like, yeah, I cut it and I dived in again. In fact, saying that, Matthias has just dived in again, but the thing is, you carry so much speed down the straight and then you cut Cops like that and you don't have to slow down as much as if you took the corner properly.
No. Macebin, purple Sector 1 as he's just come through Brookland.
Gainful has improved by 0.3 on a 28.1 for his first sector, so he is on a lap now on those mediums. So I'm just right on board with him. He's just come around Luffield and Woodcote, I believe it is. Yeah, Woodcote and out onto the straight.
Yeah. Macebin just come through Maggots and Beckett.
Yeah, which is exactly where Gainful is now.
And onto...
Boy, is he throwing that car around.
Right, this one's the hanger straight. After Maggots and Beckett.
Oh, for the love of God, I've just pulled the lead out of my phone. Yes,
just
so you get Maggots, Beckett, and then the last curve on it is Chapel.
Yeah.
And then it goes out onto the hanger straight. That's what I was saying to that hanger straight.
Macebin puts out a 28.3. And I'm just going to go on board with Teabag. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay. And that is a 28.7 on the mediums for Gainful there, so that was an improvement. Let's just jump on board with Teabag myself, see what he's doing. He's invalidated again. He is not doing well for Teabag now. But he's about to start another lap, so stay on board with him, since that's what Dan's watching and that's what you guys can hear me talking about. So let's see how he does. Ooh.
Oh, fuck. Come on, sorry.
That's a little bit of stress there from the wife. I do apologise. The children are refusing to sleep. So, Sector 1 time, he does a 27.6 and goes purple Sector 1. Around Luffield, avoiding the Aston. Oh, that's a much better line through there now. Round through Cops. Yeah, that was Cops, wasn't it? Yes, Cops. And through Maggots and Beckett, and he's invalidated. That is unlucky for Teabag there. Because he was on for a good time as well. I'm going to jump on board with Scotty, who is just coming around Cops. I apologise, you guys can't see this, but blame Dan. He's just coming to the end of his second sector now, and does a purple sector 2 with a 104.3. Maze Spin is out of the session. Don't know if that was a retirement or a crash, I'm not sure. Oh, here we go, now the cat's starting. First the wife, now the cat. Right, as Scotty comes around Club and sets a 128.4. So, GJ Bother is on an invalid lap, and Teabag is back in the pits invalidated. So, I'm going to jump back on board with GJ Bother, who will need to set a lap, or he will be out of the session. He's one very angry cat tonight. Come here. Come on. Because your meowing's kind of irritating. Come on. No? Okay, fine, stay there then. So, GJ Bother is just coming around Clubber to start his lap now. So, we'll see how he does for this. And would you look at that, Dan must be listening because he's actually put the stream onto what I'm watching. So he'll be just coming up to the end of his first sector now, and sets a 28.145. That's not a bad first sector. So round about where we've been seeing a lot of people is around about 28 for the first sector. So he's just coming along towards Cops. Let's see how he takes Cops. Ooh,
I'm back.
Wide.
GJ Bother?
Yeah, he just ran slightly wide at Cops.
Yeah, I did see.
Coming through Maggots and Beckett. He's not as wide as we have seen some people going.
No. So, just looking...
to a 104.6 is on there.
Just looking through the grid, I can see Harry's in second, Scotty at 8th, Clay all the way down in 9th.
Clay's 11th on mine.
Oh, yeah, 11th, sorry.
You need to check your glasses, dude.
Oh, I do. As right, Bother 28.7.
Yeah, 28.7, that's what I was just going to say. And Clay is actually in the pits, which means Clay is out of this session. He does not have the time.
And Bother spun at turn 1.
Yeah, that is one of those places that just seems to catch people out. They just cut it a little bit, and it's a little bit too much.
Right.
And whilst you were away, you managed to miss the wife not very happy because the children were asleep. And the cat went on one.
Oh. Dan's put a message in tier 2 chat. AI is set to 41 anyway, shouldn't cause any hassle. But if he stays out of trouble, he'll be in the points.
Yeah.
Very, very wise words there from Dan. Expecting
if Danny Rick wants to join us and stay out of trouble and claim some points, well, you know.
Yeah. Just give me 2 seconds.
You again, you just coming and going, honestly. Terrible behaviour from Cons. Right, so let's see who needs to save themselves, because, well, Clay is on an outlet, but I don't think he's quite going to have enough time to get around. He's come around Luffield, and he's got 45 seconds. He may just squeeze a lap on that soft set of tyres. So,
okay, I'm back with you.
right, I'm just watching Joseph at the minute, but Clay is on an outlap. He obviously, Clay being Clay, he has invalidated his outlap. But
oh, will he make
around
it?
45 seconds. He's got 20 seconds left, and he's currently on the Hanger Straight.
Yeah, I'm spectating him.
Hanger Straight around Stowe. He's got 10 seconds to make the last 3 corners. This is going to be close for Clay. Come on, Clay,
I can't see. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, he's just made it. He is
just squeezed through. That must have been within a second. Oh, when he bins it out of turn 1. Oh, that is awful.
That is.
Play there.
That is.
Well, that's 2 CDR boys for 15th and 14th then.
Yeah.
Teabag's missing a front wing, so he's not going to be setting another time, so he will be leaving us in 13th. Joseph is not going to be improving either, because he's about 4 seconds down on his fastest time, so he will be leaving us in 12th.
How is Teabag?
Bobber's in the pit, so he's 11th.
Teabag is 10 seconds up, yeah, so
yeah, Teabag's got no front wing.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Yeah, I did just say Teabag's got no front wing.
So we are losing Bother, Joseph, Teabag, Clay and Kieran.
Yep. In fairness to Kieran, he did have a ban, so it's not like he just can't drive. Unlike Clay. No, to be fair to him, that was just awful luck.
Oh, it was.
Squeeze through with a second to go and then bin it out of turn 1. That's just... Could you possibly have any worse luck, honestly?
I'm just on board with Teabag. He's having a bit of fun. As Bachman comes through.
I'm just going to leave you just a minute before we start Q3, because I can hear my children screaming and banging. So I think my wife will need a hand. One moment.
Alright, no worries. Okay, so Bachman is invalidating going into the pits, and Teabag is also going into the pits, wiggling his little hat about. So we are losing, as I've already said, GJ Bother, Joseph, Teabag, Clay, Kieran, which means we will have a bit of a tester to see who can get pole here at Silverstone. As we just wait for those to be brought back into the pits, and there we go. So it is Sediluk who gets the fastest lap of Q2, with Harry on mediums behind him, just 3/10. Dan 4/10 back, also on the mediums. Bachman 4th. Matthias D in 5th. As I'm just quickly gonna get a photo of those. Jack Slater in 6th, Mayspin in 7th, Schnitzy in 8th, Scotty 15 in 9th, Gainful in 10th, and that will round out Q2. So, Q3. Who will be the first to dive out? I think it... Is that a Red Bull? No, it is the Ferrari of Scotty 15. Taking the plunge and going out first. And that is Dan following him. Let's have a look at the constructors whilst we wait for Colin to come back and for Scotty to finish his lap. So, in the lead we've got Mercedes with 228 points. Second we've got Ferrari with 172. In third we've got Aston Martin with 138. Fourth, Williams with 131. Alpine in fifth with 102. AlphaTauri in sixth with 88. Alfa Romeo in seventh with 85. Haas in eighth with 50 points. And Red Bull in ninth with 28. And McLaren all the way in 10th with just 19 points for Championship 2. Scotty's just come around club to start his outlap. His outlap, his fast lap. And then to turn 1 he goes. How's it going to do for his first lap? And we'll just check on Dan as well. Scotty's just come around the time in 27.7 off of Scotty. We'll have a look at Dan's.
I do apologise about the delay on that one, but my
Dan does
my
a
little one's just not happy.
27.6. Yeah, that's no worries.
I was just going to say there's no times, but it's because you were on about the first sector.
Yeah.
See, you can tell I've only just come back, I've just not caught up yet.
Maggots and Beckett's for Scotty.
Plus, we know it's not Dan anyway. Whoa, he runs very wide at Cops.
Yeah, and Scotty run wide at Beckett's, and yet his lap's not been invalidated.
No. Well, we know it's not Dan anyway, it'll be Chloe driving.
Yeah, with the fast times.
Yeah, all the past times are Chloe, it's definitely not Dan. Although, according to the screen, Dan is very, very short of fuel.
Oh.
Ooh, a bit of a tail wiggle there at Stowe. Scotty's done a 128.1.
How will Dan do?
Comes round club and does a 27.5.
Oh, 6/10 of a gap. Let's have a look how Harry's doing. Just coming around club. 27.8.
Dan's already invalidated again as well. But I think he's on an in lap. Jax has invalidated as he's due to start a new lap. Around club. There we go, he's starting another lap. He was actually on for a 128 flat if he hadn't invalidated as well. Which would have been good enough for third.
Is getting a lovely tow from Gainful.
That is a funky coloured helmet on Mayspin there as well.
I'll have a look at that when these two cross the line.
I don't know if you can see it. I actually had the it's almost the driver's view from just behind the driver's helmet.
Yeah,
and it's
it is a funky helmet.
Purple. It is a funky coloured helmet.
It is.
That is either very, very well designed, or it's one that I've not actually seen in the game before.
No, as Mayspin goes on to a fast lap.
It's always nice to see some different coloured helmets. Okay, on my screen, I'm on board with Matthias, and he doesn't have a helmet.
He doesn't.
He's literally just driving in his fire retardant gear.
He hasn't got a helmet.
helmet.
He's just got his balaclava on.
Yeah, his fire retardant balaclava. Yeah, somebody's stolen his helmet. Oh, this game does just give it a laugh some days.
Oh, it does. Let's have
I think Matthias, you need to go back and check your engineers, mate. I think somebody stole your helmet there, lad. Can't trust anyone these days, can you? I mean, who steals helmets?
Oh.
If you actually jump back on board with Mayspin, you will see what I mean about the colour of his helmet.
Yeah,
On that,
yeah,
that
it is very,
again.
very nice.
It is a very nice coloured helmet.
You know what? For Britain, I might do my own custom helmet.
Yeah, I've customised my own now. I mean, I've only gone for very basic colours. I'm only just getting into customising.
Yeah.
But I've kind of gone red, orange, yellow with a little black on it as well. You know, so it's just something a little different to all the standard ones that we see.
Yeah.
All
Also,
the
we've missed a couple times. We've got Snitsy in third with the 27.8.
Snitsy and Jack Slater have jumped up. 27.8 and 27.9 have improved ahead of Scotty.
May's been at 28.3.
Yeah. We were too busy laughing at Matthias's helmet.
Yeah.
The difference.
I'm actually...
As he comes around Stowe now, actually. Matthias.
Yeah. And he doesn't go into the pits to get a helmet.
No, he does not. And he's just coming out of the chicane and around club. Ooh. And that is good enough for fourth. That is a 27.8. There is 12 thousandths of a second between Matthias and Schnitzy. That is very close. And not a whole lot less than that. Weatherman Harry either. I think that's 25 thousandths, or have I miscalculated and that's actually 15? No, it is. I think it's 25 thousandths of a second.
Yeah, 25 thousandths.
Very close. I don't know what it was then. My brain was saying to me it was 25 thousandths of a second, and then my brain suddenly went, "Are you sure about that?" I hate it when it does that.
Same.
So Gameful has done a 29.2 as well, which is currently quite a bit off the pace.
5 tenths off.
Down.
No.
Right?
No. Brain fart again.
Yeah, Gameful is just about 8.5 tenths down, which is the majority of a full second down on Mayspin.
Has Matthias got a helmet yet? No.
Serious improvement.
Matthias still hasn't got a helmet.
I think he'll have to go into the pits for that.
Probably.
He's probably left it behind. He was thinking of weight saving. He's trying to get
yeah, no wonder why he's in fourth.
Not wearing a helmet. Yeah.
Nope. He'd probably be.
I do hate it when it comes to this.
He's probably in between Schnitzy and Jack Slater if he had his helmet.
So, what I did miss a little while ago was a comment on the stream, which was Chloe, and she was busy laughing at the noise that the cat was making.
Oh! Matthias has lost it!
Yep, Matthias has lost it. I was just checking the messages, because the comments, because we hadn't actually... I hadn't checked the comments for a little while, and I spotted that. So that was a little while ago when you were away, and I was just doing comms on my own while I was waiting for you, and the cat was being a mong at the door and just, like, meowing for whatever reason it thought was a good idea to meow.
Dan's gone 2 tenths
I don't even know what was wrong with it. When you were out the room dealing with the boys, the cat was sitting just inside the door, meowing at the door like it was going to open on its own. Like I don't even know what was going on, but everybody could hear it down the stream too, and I'm going, stupid cat. Like, why?
Through Beckett's, and Dan is
very
currently,
there as well.
almost a tenth up.
He was actually almost 2 tenths up through Sector 1. I saw it just before he hit Sector 2, and they dropped down to 0.09 up. So he lost time through Sector 2, but he has still improved on his previous time. So we'll see what he can do as he comes around club, and he does improve by 4 tenths. That was a huge improvement there.
That was probably just your club.
27-1. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if Matthias still no helmet.
He's probably still not been in for one yet. He's like, no, don't give it me. It'll add weight and I'll be slower.
Scotty 15 just come around club.
And Gainful still hasn't improved. He's invalidated again.
Yeah, and who's that behind him? That is Matthias.
Yeah, this track seems to be really, really bad for people invalidating.
Yeah.
But I've seen people invalidating, like, turn 1 seems to be a big hotspot for invalidation and spin outs.
Yeah.
I've seen a few people drop it through Maggots and Beckett's with the invalidations as well. So
Matthias is finally coming in for a helmet.
Yeah, he'll be in for a helmet. Yeah, like I said, I've seen a few people get invalidation through Maggots and Beckett's. I saw Teabag invalidate through Stowe, which was quite a bizarre place because it's not somewhere you kind of cut very tight, Stowe. So I think that was just a mistake. And then coming out of the last chicane and club, those 3 turns there seem to catch people as well. Especially club, because people try and carry a lot of speed through club.
Yeah.
And it kind of just bites them on the backside.
Okay.
There was a few that probably should have invalidated Cops, but Cops has decided it doesn't want to invalidate people today. So Gainful is actually on a lap and he hasn't invalidated yet as he comes around Luffield. And he's just coming out of there. He's done 40 seconds on the lap as he hits the straight, about 42 seconds. So we'll see how he does as he goes around Cops.
I'm just on board with Jack Slater, who is just...
So yellow flag sector 2 as he Maggots and Beckett's. Ooh, that was close there. And through Chapel and onto the straight. And he's improved by a full second. That might just be enough to squeeze him above Mayspin at this point. If he can hold it for the rest of the lap, he goes around Stowe.
Harry.
And down towards the chicane. Those brakes are glowing red hot there. And around club and doesn't invalidate there. And 1.3, he's moved up to 6th place with a 127.845. He is 0.003 of a second ahead of Matthias.
And just as he was going through that, Harry was 0.2 up going into the 2nd sector.
Nice.
He is now 6.5 up.
Wow, that's a big improvement. So all I was going to say there was between Harry and Matthias, there's literally 25 thousandths of a second, and in between them is Gainful. So you've got a 127.823,
and that is Harry on pole.
845 and a 127.848.
Sorry to cut across you.
Yeah.
But Harry's got
sneak
pole.
A pole at the end.
He did.
Ooh, he just rolled down
25 thousandths of a second between Harry and Dan.
Impressive.
Oh, what a lap there for Harry.
There has been some very, very closeness there as well, because from Harry to Jack Slater is less than a second. In fact, there's less than a second that covers the whole top 10, because 127.090 and a 128.065 between Harry and Scotty in 10th. So it's less than a second across the entire top 10. It's 0.975.
That is very, very close.
That's close. And I mean, some of them, like with Harry at the top there, 0.025. There was 0.025 between 3 drivers as well. So that's pretty impressive, you know, to get within that close of each other. So then, race time.
Yeah.
Who you got for your top 3?
Top 3. I know it's going to be a bit of a long shot, but I think Clay's going to be up there.
From 14th.
Yeah.
That's bold. That is a very bold call.
Then
Harry
Harry
is a good driver, but P14 up to podium, that's going to be one hell of a drive.
Then Harry.
But then Dan's done it. Yeah,
And
Harry.
Dan.
Well, we'd expect Harry.
Harry and Dan.
What particular position do you reckon then? Dan or Harry 1, 2, and then Clay in third?
No.
Really?
Dan's
Go on then,
going to
what
drop
do you
a
reckon?
place.
You think Dan's going to go third, and then Harry or Clay is 1, 2 then?
Yeah.
Which way round though?
Oh, that's going to be a tough one.
Which one do you think is going to get it at the 2 CDR boys, Dan or Clay for 2 and 3?
Dan third, Clay second. And then Harry first. I think he's going to bring it home.
So I've got the medium pit stop strategy, a 1-stop medium soft 16 to 20, and there was actually another one there, but I didn't get time to read it out before it went off my screen.
It doesn't take very long for them to come off screen, does it?
No, it doesn't. You really don't get a whole lot of time to look at them and say anything. So one thing we've never done before, we've done who we think is going to be on the podium. What about who do we think is going to crash out first?
Oh, crash out first. Oh.
Come on, there's always one that crashes out at some point, and it's always someone different, and we always pick who we think is going to be the top 3, or who's having a good drive. Who do we think is going to be the first to crash?
Do you know what? I'm sorry, because I know he is watching. And he is kind of my teammate in Championship 3. I'm going to go with
So you're
Hound.
gonna say Hound then?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm sorry, Steve. Just try not to get yourself into any trouble. Please make me bite my words. Please.
I don't know, I think on that one, I think I'd have to have Teabag just for a laugh. Just because it's the other Colin, you know, like, what the hell not?
Right, who's your top 3 then?
It's difficult because I've seen Harry have very, very good drives, but I've also seen Harry have very bad drives.
Yeah.
You know, like pushed too hard and crashed out. So it's very hard to think whether will it be him. See, I think Sediluk might be up there. I reckon he's got a podium in him from 4th.
Not 14th with Clay?
I think Clay will have a good drive, but I think he'll end up 4th.
Oh, I've got the strategy you was on about. The other strategy,
Yep,
medium to hard, 13 to 20.
Yeah, I've got soft to medium, soft to hard.
To me?
11 to 14. So I would say top 2 as it stands now, Harry, Dan, Sediluk 3rd, and Clay.
Talking of Sediluk, he's thinking of going. He was thinking of going round the outside.
Ooh, there's a couple wide there. I'm watching from Tunable's point of view, so I'm watching the back of the grid.
I'm on with Sediluk because then I get the front 3.
Schnitzy
3.
Got the time penalty for cutting. We've only done 3 corners. How have you accomplished that?
Fair play to him.
So impressively, Clay is already up to 9th, and Kieran has moved 2 places up to 12th. Teabag's going the opposite way and is now in 15th. The Highlanders dropped to place, and Tunable's picked 1 off.
2 up.
Scotty has now dropped near to the back as well. So, okay, this might be wrong. So it says Highlander is behind Tunable.
1 lap.
But they're both saying they're a lap down, so I think the game's gone into glitch mode again.
It has.
So let's just give it a lap or 2 and see what happens, because I don't see anyone besides Scotty behind Tunable.
Highlander is just coming into Maggots and Beckett. He was only getting
in. Just exiting, so yeah, he is actually behind then. So, but I think the game's still bugged. Whoa, was that him at the back?
Yes.
Mayspin
goes wide.
Going sideways.
No.
It could have just been the speed he came through that particular turn at, but it almost looked like he went through it like a bat out of hell sideways.
I've just realised Dan and Harry have switched places.
They have switched places, and Scotty is pitted.
And so has Highlander.
So that must be a wing damage. I can't see at the minute because although I'm in broadcaster mode, I am sitting behind the driver's head. No, the wing. Well, he is having a change of wing, but there doesn't appear to be any obvious damage to it. The end plates were still attached, etc. And it's now coming up with medium hard 14 to 20, medium soft 17 to 20. It's just told me again because I was watching Scotty. He's just put another set of mediums on. So he's obviously not planning to change his strategy. It's just an unfortunate that he had to pit for a wing very early on.
Who's close? Jack Slater's thinking of possibly passing Gainful.
Yeah, our timings are still really wrong.
Ah, yeah, mine's just glitched.
Teabag is very close to the back of Raphael, which is fair enough. He is, you know, around 3 or 4 tenths down. Tunable is apparently a whole 1 minute 34.7 seconds behind.
Yeah.
Which he's obviously not, because he's within like 2 or 3 seconds of them. So, yeah, I don't think the game's quite caught up again yet. Let's just
we'll wait for everyone to cross.
See what happens. So Dan's just passed. May's spin is just putting the fastest lap ahead of Dan, so he must have had a good lap there. But to be fair to the difference between the two of them is May Spin is on soft and Dan and Harry at the front, who have nice clean air in front of Dan, are actually on the mediums. I almost said hards then. That's Bother as well. Bother is off circuit there. I think that was Highlander's DNF now.
Bother is off. Highlander lost it at Maggots and Beckett.
That is not the easiest place to try and get through. I tend to have a little bit of trouble with those S's like that. So I'm not entirely sure what Bother's doing at the minute. He is creeping around very slowly. He's lost an end plate on his left side, so he will likely be pitting for a new wing now. Scotty is still down on him by a fair bit as well, but he is playing catch up.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got a pit stop down, so Elite Hound, 3 second time penalty. He's just joined the Snitsy Club.
There's not really any battles going on.
No, there isn't. Everyone's kind of. I mean, May spins within about 2 tenths.
Just as I say that, Teabag picks up a place.
Yeah, you're right. And to be fair, there is some that are in with 3, 4, 6 tenths of each other.
Yeah.
You know, there is some close ones, but the problem is a lot of them aren't getting any closer. Because this is a fairly fast circuit throughout most of it. You know, there's a few slow corners, like where the guys are just coming up to now. There's a couple of slow corners there. As Raphael picks up a penalty for corners, or rather track limits, rather, but same thing. You know, and then they get out onto a fast sector again. Like, you know, it's one of those very fast circuits. So most of these guys are kind of, you know, they're not able to make much ground on each other, at least until we get the DRS going. Anyway.
No, DRS is on. It's open.
I'm going to say DRS is now active. I know, yeah, but it would have. It hasn't seemed to have made much of a difference yet for these guys. No. Scotty has, of course, taken over GJ Bother at the back there because Bother's in the pits, and he is going to go for it. He is going for the whole race now on a set of hards.
Oh, 22 laps is doable, though.
22 laps is more than doable, but that is the only way he's got a fighting chance of picking up any places. So, I mean, to show just what I mean about how people aren't getting to pick up any places or losing any places, Clay is still 9th, Kieran is still 12th. Which is where they were 2 or 3 laps ago, you know?
Yeah. I'm just on board with
Kieran is very close to Schnitzy, but hasn't yet managed to get past him. I'm actually just going to jump on board with him and see how that goes. Ooh, that was tight through cops there from Kieran.
Cops?
I think it was. Was it? Or was I looking at the wrong corner again?
Yeah. We're on the complete opposite.
So, he was very, very tight. Anyway, my mistake. It was just, you know, because it was one of those long sweeping right-handers. Yeah. I just thought it was in a different part of the track. It's my mistake. Because usually when you jump from the front to the back, or you know 2/3 of the way down the grid, there's usually a good distance between them. But these guys are so close to each other that it's beyond belief. Like the top 10 are within like 5 or 6 seconds of each other. It's crazy.
First to sixth is less than a second.
Players just
no, it's
made
not. Never mind.
Another 3-second penalty. But Kieran did actually pick up a place while we were talking there as well. He put the move on Snitsy and made it stick. Which is impressive because he's on the mediums and Snitsy is on the faster soft tyres.
Yeah.
But now he's got
Harry's lost another place. To Sedaluk.
Snitsy's got DRS, of course. And yep, Kieran's defended.
Tunable's gone.
Yep. Clay's gone as well. He's dropped to 12th. So he must have had a little...
Tunable's completely out.
Yep, Tunable's out, yeah. Let's see if I can just see what happened there.
Maggots and Beckett's.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm just jumping on board with Scott and see if I can see what happened or whether the car will be cleared by the time he gets there, because he is...
It'll probably be cleared. Safety car!
This is definitely cops. Yep, you're right, this is a safety car. Yeah, I'm just as it went to disappear, just where Scott's coming past now, as he come through.
Yeah.
The second part of the curve. Yeah, I think it's Beckett's. Yeah, his car was just on the inside there. It actually disappeared just as Scott went past, like just as he come into view.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. It was just on the entrance to Beckett's. So where it goes left to head for Beckett's right.
Yeah.
It was there on the right hand side. Now you see, Teabag and Raphael have dived in for a set of hards.
Oh.
To go to the end.
I mean, yeah.
I'm a little tentative whether that was a good idea, because safety car, hard tyres, very, very hard to keep warm, very hard to get warm. You know, but when you've got to stay within a certain distance of the guy in front and not crash into the guy behind you, and you've got to weave around and try and get your tyres warm and all that, it is very, very difficult to do on the hard tyres.
Yeah.
So we could be seeing Scotty put some moves on Raphael and Teabag on his medium tyres. They're only 3 laps old because, of course, he has already had to pit, so this is doing him the world of good, this safety car.
Yeah.
After whatever happened to him at the start that caused him some wing damage. I don't know what, because as I said at the time, there was no end plate missing or anything like that. There was no visible damage to the wing. But clearly when he pitted, they chose to change it, so he must have had a downforce issue.
Someone else has jumped into the pits. That is Sedaluk and Mayspin.
Yep. I was just about to say there's a lot of change. No, I think there's actually more as well.
Yeah, Jack Slater, Barkman Du, Schnitzy, Matthias.
Matthias, Schnitzy, yeah, they're all jumped in, yeah. And what on earth was Scott doing then?
What did he do?
So as I was watching Scott then, he started to go up the pit entrance and then cut the grass and went back onto track.
I don't know.
I mean, obviously, I'm not recording it anyway, so...
I didn't see it.
No, you didn't see it, no, but that was a little bit naughty, shall we say.
Yeah.
But as I said, I'm a com, so I can't report anyway, you know, so the game's not giving him a penalty of any kind.
Unless you actually see it on stream.
I did, but I'm not recording anyway, so... If it was on your stream, because you're actually streaming the comms, then yeah, it would be different.
Yeah. Right.
But that was a little bit naughty from Scott. But
back.
He's done alright out of this. All those pit stops have now moved him up from 16th to 10th.
Yeah.
And look where Clay and Kieran are now.
5th and 6th.
But all the top 7, Hound behind them as well, have all done 6 laps on their tyres, so none of them have yet pitted. Joseph will have to pit in the next 4, 5, maybe 6 laps on those softs. And we were both wrong, by the way, on who we said would crash first.
Yeah, it was the Highlander.
It was the Highlander. Followed swiftly by Tunable.
Yeah. Sorry, Hound.
I did wonder, safety car in this lap, I did wonder if it would be one of those two. However, I was, you know, trying to give him a little bit of confidence, you know. You can do well, it will be someone else.
Yeah.
And they let us down. And I meant, by let us down, I meant Teabag and Hound. It was their fault for not crashing out first.
Exactly.
Nothing to do with Tunable or Highlander, they did perfectly fine. They had their race. Oh, we're in that boring, just waffling about crap situation, aren't we?
Yeah, we were just waiting for Dan to get us going.
We'll jump to the back while you jump to Dan. I'll watch Bother, you can watch Dan, and we'll see how it goes for the restart.
And we're gone.
You are. I'm still waiting for him to come out of the last chicane, and Bother's just coming around club, and he's crossed the line, so we are racing from the back again as well. Matthias, time penalty, multiple warnings. Ooh, who's that? That was Matthias as well, making a move on Botmandu.
Yeah.
I caught that as
Kieran's going late on the brakes. No.
Kieran always does go late on the brakes. If he ain't late on the brakes,
but he's going around the outside.
Scotty now has
trying it.
Too.
He sticks it down the. Oh!
He stuck it on the inside there.
Could this be a move into cops? Ah, nope. Kieran let out.
Yeah, although I'm going to say Joseph did run slightly wide there as well, but nothing wrong with it.
No.
Very good slide there from Kieran.
After Lewis and Max crashing at cops.
Matthias has just pulled a move on Jack Slater as well.
Oh. Harry just 2/10 behind Dan and Gainful 1.5
those
seconds.
Are pulling away from Gainful. Like they're just not letting Gainful stay with them. Joseph is using all of his ERS to try and stay ahead of Kieran. Like he actually deployed all of his ERS that lap.
Harry really.
Now May Spin and GJ Bother with 3-second penalties as well.
Harry's really on Dan's gearbox.
I might like the smell of his gear oil. That might be what it is.
Yeah.
What's not helpful is when you can actually see the driver's steering wheel instead of the car in front of him. Let's see another 3-second penalty there. You know, I'm going to have a quick butchers at penalties now and see what's going on. So far, everyone who's got a penalty is on 3 seconds. That's GJ Bother, Matthias, Mayspin, Raphael 1, Scotty, Elite Hound, Clay and Kieran. They've all got 3 seconds. Apart from Snitzy, who has 9. Oh, and there you go. Now Harry's got 3 seconds too, but Snitzy's now on 9.
And Gainful's now joining the party as well.
Yep. But the thing is, Harry's gonna have DRS, which means Gainful's gonna struggle to get any closer to Harry as Harry gets closer to Dan. So, unless they both pull a move on Dan, the DRS is just not going to help Gainful at all.
As DRS is enabled.
It is now enabled, yeah. So, I mean, other than that, it's purely down to slipstream and driving.
Yeah.
And we've lost Sediluk. He is at the back.
Oh.
He's on the gravel into the chicane just before Club Corner.
Oh.
It's an odd place to be in the gravel. You got Bother on the back of Snitzy, Snitzy on the back of Botmandu, and Botmandu on the back of Jack Slater. There is a 4-way battle going on. As Bother's trying to go... Wow, that is very wide from Bother there. But he does actually make the move, I think.
We've got a 4-car battle here as well at the front.
Yeah, now because Joseph's joined in as well.
Yeah, and Kieran's almost joining too.
Kieran's making it 5 as well. He's within a second of Joseph as well. I can see that, but yeah, so we've got Bother wrestling it out with Snipsy there, but retains the position. They're fighting
Harry.
over the last point scoring position of 15th.
Ooh.
Which is actually helping Botmandu and Jack Slater, because those two are just creeping a little bit ahead of the other two that are wrestling it out. So they've now got like a
Harry
second of air between them.
Harry getting quite close to the back of Dan.
Oh, is he gonna? No, I thought he was gonna go down the inside then. Braked early. I think he's gonna try again. No, backed out of it into the chicane. I thought he was gonna have another go down there then as he came into the chicane. He had a look, but he didn't go for it. I'm surprised at how well Bother's actually managing to keep Snitsy behind him, because Snitsy is on fresher mediums, so he's done 3 laps on his mediums. Bother is on 6-lap-old hards, which are generally a slower tyre anyway.
Gainful just went wide going into Woodcote, I think it is.
Woodcote is... yeah. Just give me a second. And I've lost it now as we say that.
Yeah, Woodcote.
Yeah, off the back of Brooklands, Luffield, Woodcote, just as you go out onto the straight that this has got 0 name. So I don't know. I don't know what the old pit straight name is, unless it's just the old pit straight.
It is just the old pit straight.
Yeah, it's not got a name on the map I'm looking at.
No,
so
as Harry now takes the lead, going into Stowe.
Not just that, but if you look at it, Gainful is actually still very close to the back of Dan. I thought he was going to eat his gearbox just then as I jumped on board with him.
As Jack Slater,
Gainful from driver's position, right, so I could see from the driver's point of view, like over his shoulder, and he was almost eating the gearbox of Dan in front of him. That was quite a surprise.
Got a yellow flag at sector 3, and that is Bother spinning round.
Yeah, I was about to say Snitzy's made a move through on Bother, but Bother seems to have lost it, unless there was contact, which I missed.
I don't know.
Cedric also got through in that as well. He was a couple of seconds off those two.
Yeah.
So Jack Slater and Snitsy are still on the back of Botmandu.
Scotty on the back of Hound. And he's going down the inside.
Hound's not having that though.
Hound's got to give the place back for that. And he does.
Yeah, I was about to say, it didn't look like there was contact on my screen. But
no.
Hound suddenly shot off to the right.
Yeah. And Hound's got a 5-second time penalty with another 3.
Right, that is quite strange. I mean, I don't know whether there was contact on Hound's end of things that we didn't see on our end of things.
Yeah.
But that was strange. Teabags just picked up another 3 seconds as well. But yeah, that was really weird. Like, it almost looked like there was contact that threw him away from Scotty, but there was no visible contact on our screen. That was quite weird. Oh look, Snitsy with another 3 seconds. As Snitsy and Botmandu have actually made a pass on Raphael as well.
Bother's lost it again.
Jack Slater has as well.
Bother's lost it out into Beckett.
Yep, Mayspin's dropped back as well. Oh, he's got no front wing, that'd explain it. Matthias, 3-second penalty.
Dan's pulling away from Joseph now.
Nice.
2.5-second gap.
So penalty-wise, Snitsy's now accumulated 12, and Elite is on 16.
Oh.
Matthias is on 6, and everybody else with a penalty is on 3 seconds.
Very, very strange.
Yeah, but that would have been because he just picked up 3 seconds for running wide, and then that 5 seconds for that 5 seconds was, I think it was a corner cut or something.
Yes,
like
it was.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guessed it was a corner cut because he suddenly chopped up where Scotty would have been.
Kieran's right on the back of Joseph, and he has DRS as well.
I was going to say, I was just on board with Matthias as he came through Cops, and in the background, Elite went slightly wide. When I say slightly, I mean he ended up in Wales.
Oh. Trying to steal my sheep, is he?
I think he is, mate. Like, he was very wide.
Joseph.
I mean, to be fair to him, he carried the speed and he kept going, but he was very wide. Yep,
Joseph 5 second.
5 seconds speeding in the pit lane. So there's that stop I was saying. I said it'd be 5-6 laps. I knew it was going to be between 10 and 12. That's quite normal. As he starts his 13th lap on them, technically.
And he's jumping onto the medium tyre.
Yeah, that's no surprise. This should be mediums to the end now. There's about 12 laps to go, so...
I ran about full soft distance.
Yeah. The thing is, he's coming off of softs as well.
Yeah.
So...
Kieran's actually jumped up to 3rd.
Yeah, Kieran's actually doing really well. He's actually having quite a quiet sort of, you know, let everyone else make the mistakes sort of race.
Yeah.
But remember, he has still got to pit yet.
True, and with everyone being bunched up the way they are.
Yeah, I mean, Matthias could make those tyres go to the end. He's got about 12 laps left, and he's on 6. So
I'll just have a look at tyres, actually. We've got everyone...
Hound is going to have to stop. Scott's going to have to stop again.
Clay's going to have to stop.
Yeah, I said everyone above Scott's going to have to stop anyway. So top 6 have got to stop. Elite's got to stop. Matthias, I don't think he will. I think he can stretch those for 18 laps. He's done 6 and he's got another 12, so I think he'll do 18 on those.
In the practice session, if you remember rightly, in the practice session we had before the race, Scott said that he had a good tyre strategy. Don't know if you remember.
He did.
Yeah, can you remember it?
I think he was planning to go for a 1-stop.
Yeah.
Medium stop.
Yeah. I'll quick, just because I don't want to spill
but remember,
driver secrets.
He already had to make an early stop, which won't have helped him at all. So he came from the mediums to the mediums, so he's still got to stop for a set of softs anyway. So that has to be done. He has no other choice but to stop for a set of set of softs. I just
DM'd you.
Yes. Yeah, you were right. Which should take him a little bit further.
Yeah, but is it going to be too late?
To be honest with you, I think he's still got that in the tyres. I do.
Yeah.
Because that would be pushing a little bit further towards the end of the life of those tyres.
Yeah.
But it's doable.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And then he could jump to soft, but either way, he's going to have to make a stop.
Yeah.
Same as Harry, Dan, Kieran, Gainful, Clay, Elite, they're all going to have to make a stop. So right now, for me, Matthias is in a prime position to win. Because he's only, what, 10 or 12 seconds down the road?
Oh, that was very close off Snitsy.
7-lap-old tyres. Yes, we are.
And we're going to go side by side into Stowe. T-Bag comes away with it. No. Snitsy having a go on the exit. And he made it stick. I'm just going to jump up with Dan, see how he's doing with Harry.
It's alright, my wife thought she had one of our boys. I just had to go quiet and mute my TV for a second there.
No worries.
So yeah, as I was saying, everybody in the top 8, apart from Matthias, will have to stop.
Yeah.
Saying that, has Matthias been on soft tyres? Well, let me just have a look. So, yes he has, he started on softs.
Yeah.
So Matthias could go to the end of this race on those tyres. Everybody else in the top 8 has to stop. I lied. Sedalook and Elite are swapping places there, but Elite
and they swap back again.
7, yeah, have got to make another stop. It has to happen.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, then they're just going to run out of life for tyres, as well as pick up a penalty for not having used both, 2 sets of tyres. So
right, I'll just.
Ooh, hang on.
Clay.
There's a bit of up and down going on there. Oh, that's because the pits. They're in the pits. So Clay's in the pits, and Gainful is in the pits. So they pulled in on 16 to move over to a set of softs apiece.
Yes.
Which, that's now both of them down to 10th and 11th. 11, 12, 12, 13.
They're going to be in front of Joseph.
Yeah, I'm going to say they're going to be in front of Joseph because there's a big gap to Joseph now.
Yeah.
But this is exactly what I was saying before.
But
about,
will Clay beat Joseph out? He does.
Yeah, this is what I was saying before about how they're going to drop so far down the order because of the fact that they have to stop the tyres.
Yeah.
Like I said, same's going to go for Elite. Elite's going to have to stop. Scotty, Kieran, Dan, Harry, they've all got to make stops, which is leaving Matthias, Sediluk and Snitsy all in a great position for the top 3 places. Because they're only on 9-lap-old tyres, and I fully expect those tyres to be able to go to the end of the race, which will be 18 laps.
Just had a comment coming in through for you, Colin.
Yep, that was Dylan Gaming. He says, who? Harry and Dan having a fight?
Yes, Kieran now jumps into the pits.
They've actually been fighting the full 17 laps of this race. Yep, you were right. So Kieran's pitted, but the rest have all stayed out.
Quick stop for Kieran. Will... Oh, he's going to be behind this little group of cars.
He is. He's going to come out at least behind Jax, Portman, He may even lose out to Gainful and Clay if he's really unlucky, because there's Gainful just in the background. No, he's going to sneak out ahead of Gainful.
Yeah.
Yep, he has. I'm going to say he should. They shouldn't get the undercut on him. I don't think they'll have made enough time on that one lap. So.
No, just a second in between them now.
Yeah. And Joseph, after he's stopped as well, he's done 3 laps on those mediums. He's actually tucked up behind Clay now, so he's actually dropped down compared to where he was in terms of Kieran, Gainful and Clay. He's actually dropped him behind them.
Yeah, so now it is just Scotty, Dan and Harry in front of Matthias.
Whoa! I thought for a second there, I thought Dan had gone flying off the circuit. He dropped into the pits. I was like, whoa, hang on, where's he going? I just saw a Mercedes almost wall riding in the background. You know,
wait, has Harry got a pit stop on Scotty?
No. No, he's got around about 10 or 12 seconds, I think.
I don't think he has. I think he's
13, almost 14 seconds. He has not got a full pit stop. But Scotty's still got to take a full pit stop anyway, so he's got to switch over to the softs at some point. So
yeah.
The people he should be worried about having a full stop on is people like Matthias, because Matthias is within 15 seconds of him.
Yeah.
Sediluk isn't going to be a problem, I don't think, because he's another 8.7 seconds down, 8.9 seconds. It's kind of hovering.
Yeah.
So
in other words,
I think he'll come out ahead of Sediluk, but he's going to have to fight Matthias for top spot.
Yeah.
But he will be on fresh softs, as Matthias will be on almost dying mediums by that point.
Yeah. As Dan's just...
lap as well. He's on 19 now on these. That's... Whoa, hang on. Hound's in the pits again.
Why'd he go up?
I don't know if he had to drop him for a wing or something, but he's just jumped back in the pits.
Dan's on the back of Teabag.
And he's on much fresher and much faster tyres.
Yeah.
This won't take long. DRS, bye-bye Teabag, see you later. There you go, see you later.
Have some fun.
Yeah,
and now
to be honest, I think Teabag pulled over. He was on older tyres. He had no hope of holding Dan back.
Scotty and Harry are now in the pits.
Yep. As I said, I'll be surprised if Harry didn't pit this lap. And I think Scotty would have just followed him in.
Yeah.
So, I was right about Weatherman Harry was going to lose a couple of places. I did think he might sneak out ahead of Sediluk actually, but he may have had to sit 3 seconds in there as well.
I think he did. Matthias has got a very good gap for the lead.
But maybe, I don't know, because he's come out just ahead of Dan, which is exactly where he was before he pitted anyway, or before they both pitted, so...
Yeah.
maybe he didn't. Maybe I just miscalculated how long that pit lane was.
And mind you, it is 37 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's a slow pit lane, and we, you know, we were just playing the guessing game a little there.
Yeah.
But he's now got to make 11 seconds to get back past Matthias, and he's got 6 laps to do it. That's a tall order.
That is a huge ask.
Yeah. I think if Matthias can just gap Seddle up for the rest of this race, I think he's well on for a podium there. In fact, I think he's well on for a win there. As Dan has a look down the inside of Harry, he wants a bite of that, doesn't he? I think he almost went for a move on the inside of... Yeah, he did. He tried to go for a move on the inside of Stowe, and they've gone in side by side into the chicane. But Dan is still behind. He's going to chase him down the pit straight.
I'm watching the 5-car battle, is it? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Everyone from Bachmandu down to Kieran.
Yes.
Yeah. Playing, let's see who can...
Kieran down the outside of Gainful.
Yeah, but... Oh, Gainful span as well. I was going to say he has the inside for the next turn, which is great. I didn't see any contact myself there, but Gainful's now facing the wrong way, so that's now a 4-man train.
Yeah.
But the problem is now they've all got DRS, so they're all just in a little DRS train.
Yeah.
So Harry and Dan have put a move on Schnitzy.
Yes.
So they've already caught Schnitzy. And I don't know if Schnitzy made a mistake or anything there, but he's lost position.
And Harry's 3 seconds off Sedaluk.
3 seconds off Sedaluk, so that's doable, because they're on very old medium tyres, as these guys are on lovely fresh soft tyres. Dan's having another go at Harry. And he's going around the outside here. Yep, ooh, that was a little bit close to that front wing there, Dan. Crikey. But yeah, he's made the move stick. So it is now Dan ahead of Harry.
Yeah.
But of course, Harry is now within DRS range again as well. So it's going to be a little DRS battle between these two, I think. Joseph has just picked up 3 seconds.
I'll just have a look at penalties.
They're within 2.5 seconds. So yeah, so penalty-wise, so they only need to find 6 seconds on Sedaluk. And Sedaluk's actually got to find 6 seconds on Matthias. He ain't over
9 seconds, because Sedaluk's got a 3-second time penalty himself.
He's not yet 9 seconds down already, plus his 3 seconds, so that's 12.5. And Matthias has got 6 seconds. He's got to find 6.5 seconds to Matthias to overtake him on penalties alone.
Yeah.
But as it stands, Dan and Harry are within range of Sedaluk for the penalty, but unfortunately Harry also has a 3-second penalty, so it won't serve him any favours.
Which means he'd drop into 5th in front of Schnitzy, no?
In terms of penalties, Schnitzy is going to drop to Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
He's got 12 seconds, and Botmandu's got none. Kieran Teabag, Jack Slater... Oh, sorry, I've got wind.
Everyone but Dan and Bachmandu have got penalties.
Yeah,
it's the easier way of saying it.
3 seconds. Scotty's got 6 seconds, so he might get lucky with Scotty. He might just sneak ahead of Scotty. So he might just stay inside the top 10.
It's a tall order.
Joseph's going to lose 1 place. I think he might just end up behind Gainful. He's got 11, Gainful's got 9, and Gainful's a second and a half down on him. So that's going to be quite close on who takes what position between 12th and 13th there. Hound is having an awful day. He's got 11 seconds as well.
Yeah.
So even if he makes up any positions here and gets into the points, he'll soon get dropped out of it again on penalties alone. So Harry's around the outside of Luffield there.
Yeah, we've seen that on the stream as well. Well, what's the word? I can't think of the word.
That's not helpful.
Well done for putting the wheel into Luffield.
Yeah, it's So Dylan actually did say, expect nothing less from the lads. I did miss that. That was a little while ago, as in like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
He was on about the Weatherman Harry and Dan thing. We've been so caught up in all these battles that's going on that I completely missed the fact that we had a comment.
Yeah, these two have been at it for the entirety of the race.
Like, yeah, these two have been at it for the last 24 laps, and they're going to keep going for another 2 as well. Like, unless one of them makes a catastrophic mistake, or there's a massive...
Said like another time penalty, which puts him up to 6.
So that's 6 seconds. So all Harry has to do is stay within 3 and Dan within 6, which they are comfortably within.
Yeah.
So it's looking like Matthias, Harry, Dan, unless Harry and Dan swap places. In fact, Harry and Dan will swap places because Weatherman Harry's got a 3-second penalty. So it is going to be Matthias, Dan, Harry at this particular point of the race with 2 laps to go.
Yeah.
I don't
In fact,
none of us called Matthias being up there. In fact,
no.
We both said Clay would be inside the top 5.
On talks of Harry, Harry's actually got a time penalty to serve from last week.
Ooh.
He's got a 10-second time penalty.
I thought that would have been added on to his last week time.
No, that is this week's race. He's got a further 10-second time penalty.
Oh. See, I thought it was added on to last week's because my my slight incidents in Championship 3, my time was added on to my existing race time from my race that I'd already had. So
it might be from last week. I'm not too sure.
Normally, from what I've noticed, it goes on to the race you encountered the incident in, as opposed to your next race. So I don't think that'll affect him. As he picks up another 3 seconds, so Harry has just cost himself the chance at 3rd place. So it's looking like it's going to be Sedel up the 3rd place now, because the top 3 have all got 6 seconds, so they're going to stay exactly where they are, apart from Dan's going to make 6 seconds, which is going to launch him in front of Weatherman Harry and Sedel up.
Yeah.
As Weatherman Harry makes a move on Sedel up.
Nice work there.
Dan and then Weatherman Harry. So Sedel up has lost out. I did say though that those 3 were going to be my podium sitters. That's who I called for my podium sitters.
Harry, Sedlock and Dan. Yeah.
That is who I called as podium. I did not see Matthias making a drive like this. Matthias has had a very, very good and staying out of the difficulty place sort of drive. Kieran's done very well. I mean, he's in 6th. He's not had the best drive, and he is going to lose a couple more places. Maybe he'll end maybe 7th because Clay has got 3 seconds, and everyone below him has as well. So really, he's only losing 3 seconds to Clay, and Clay's about 5 seconds behind him. So he's only going to lose that to Botmandu.
We are on the final lap.
Kieran's had a good race. Yes, we are. So Kieran's made up a fair few places. He's not seemed to have got himself into any bother that I've seen. There's still a fairly closely contested battle going on between Teabag, Scotty and Jack Slater.
Yeah, I'll just have a look at that on the last lap.
Yeah, I was just jumping on board and having a little nose at it myself. I'll try and keep on board with the guys at the front, because as it stands, Harry ain't going to make up the time on Matthias unless Matthias goes completely rogue on himself.
Yeah. As Matthias is now coming down the old pitch straight.
Yep, so it's Matthias 1, Weatherman Harry 2, and it would actually, it's going to be Dan 2, sorry. Weatherman Harry 3 and Sedel 4 because of the penalties.
Yeah.
And the thing is, all those penalties that those guys have got have purely been down to track limits. And
yes, Maceman.
10 seconds for track limit.
Oh.
That was a big one for Maceman. That has now put him on 19 seconds of penalties. As Sedlock has also picked up another 3 seconds.
Matthias is... Hang on, Matthias is without a helmet in the race as well. Well done for Matthias there.
What is going on with the lack of the helmet move? Oh,
well done.
Really wide out of the chicane in club corner. And as I said, Dan jumps to second, Harry third, Settle fourth. Snitsy will cross the line fifth, but will drop down the order like a rock at this point.
Yeah.
So Botmandu goes fifth, Kieran is sixth, Clay is seventh.
Gotti in
They both
10th.
had a good drive.
11th.
So Snitsy has finished in 8th. He dropped about 3 or 4 positions. And Joseph has just picked up a penalty for an unserved penalty. So Raphael to finish next. Yeah, I mean, those guys are going to finish as they are, really. There's nothing else that's going to really make a difference. I mean, they've all got penalties, but it's not going to change the positions. Raphael had 6 seconds, Elite's got 11, Mason's got 19, and no front wing. So, as Elite actually picks up another 5 seconds for an unserved penalty.
Matthias put in the tier 2 chat, for whom it may concern, good race, and that is actually Matthias's first win at CDR. What a strategy from him today.
He had a very, very good drive today. He has. He was the dark horse today, and
yeah,
Kieran is
driver of the day
according to the game.
I mean,
do you agree with that, or I mean, this is something we probably should have talked about, you know, about 3 or 4 laps ago.
15th to what was it, 6th?
15th to 5th. I think he actually finished
5th or 6th,
6th or 7th on the track, but penalties moved him to 5th, I believe.
Oh, and Matthias' first win, up 7 places.
Yeah. Yeah, Kieran, well, according to this, yeah, he started 15th, he finished 6th. So he made 9 places. Clay started just ahead of him, finished just behind him, so he made up about 7 places. That's 7 places. Well, I'm definitely not going to give it to Dan again, because Dan's had it way too many times recently. That's unacceptable behaviour, that is. To be honest, I think I would give it to Matthias, because he had a really quiet, really out of the way, and he was keeping the guys behind him at a good gap. You know, I mean, alright, he picked up a couple of little penalties, but that's just track limits, you know? Everybody was picking those up. So for me, I think I'd have to say Matthias as driver of today.
Yeah.
And strangely enough, the 2 that we called that would crash out first, none of them crashed at all. So we're obviously good luck charms by saying they'd crash.
Yeah. So, that is Britain over and done with.
Well, it is for the championship too, anyway.
Yeah.
We'll be back here Sunday.
And that is Britain for Championship 2 underway. Finished. And
all done.
That is Matthias with the first win. I'm CDR Ninja. I'm joined with Mechanical, and we'll see you back out on track this Sunday here at Britain.